This video is mostly going to focus on a book, but I just want to highlight a little movie I bought, because I don't really have a different video to throw it into. I bought this vampire movie that I've never seen, or really never heard of, 30 Days of Night. Yeah, it's just this Blu-ray. It was $5. And basically, you know, I was trying to fill out an order that was like 15 bucks, and I want to make it 20, so I just threw this in there. And I've never seen it. Don't know really much about it, but I will watch it, because I do like vampire movies when they're good. And I've heard that one actually is good, so I don't know. So, some of you guys might know the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's obviously Quentin Tarantino's latest film. It came out back in 2019, which is a great year for film, which is hilarious because 2020 was a pretty shitty year for film, but we had one of the greatest years for film ever, I think, I've ever experienced anyways. And then we went to 2020, and we got one of the worst years of films. So, but anyways, this book came out, and this is the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood novelization written by Quentin Tarantino. I bought this at Target for $8. You can actually probably get this around $8 or less now, I would say. Maybe $7, somewhere in there. You can look. But this is a paperback. Now, I do recommend getting this edition, but there's another edition of this book that came out. But some of you guys might think, oh, a novelization of a movie. Oh, those are so worthless. They are pretty much worthless, I would agree. They're really for people who don't like watching movies, and they'd rather just read it. But I think those people are shitty, because it's just like, this is how the story was created and meant to be told, which is through film. And they shouldn't have to pander to you and throw it into a book, you know. But this is not that. This is a lot of Quentin Tarantino giving you alternate takes of scenes from the movie and writing it in a book. And also explaining a lot of his influences. A lot of the book is just him talking. It's a great book. And if you haven't read this book, it's fantastic. Well, Quentin Tarantino put out the hardcover edition. Now, this hardcover edition has even more than the paperback edition. And this was $30 at one point. It says deluxe edition, including photos and bonus material. But it was $30 at one point. Went on sale for $15. I don't know if it still is, because when I was clicking on it on Amazon, it did say limited time deal, so it could still be there. It could not. I don't know. That was about like 4 or 5 days ago now. So let's open this book up, and I'll show you it. Here's some of the images. Some cool things like that. The cover on this, I really like the cover. I like that these both have different covers. You know, they're not the same book at all. And that's a really good thing to note about this, because I hate when companies are like, oh, well, let's put it in paperback first, then we'll go a hardcover out. And you're always sitting there like annoyed when there's just a paper cover. You're like, why can't I have a hardcover, you know? And I hate that when they do that. But this is a completely different edition that has more stuff than the original version. Highly recommend this. I'm definitely going to be diving into it. It just showed up today, so I haven't read through this yet. But fantastic. I hope Quentin Tarantino does books like this for his next film. Probably he won't. Because what I assume about this film is that it is Quentin Tarantino's like favorite movie of his movies, because it's so much of what he likes put into a movie, and that's really fun for him. So I think he just likes writing it. I think he just likes the characters, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I don't think you know, I'm sure he had fun directing his other movies. I'm sure they're movies he wanted to make, but this is the one where I feel like it is Quentin Tarantino doing what he loves the most, which is, you know, showing off his influences, his knowledge of film and all that on screen, on camera. And it's beautiful, and I think it's great, and I think this is easily probably his favorite. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but, you know, I could see that, and I think it's really, and you can feel that when he's writing it. So, really good books. Definitely check them out.